We have independent journalist Anthony Cabasa, who is live outside of the federal building. Anthony, we appreciate you joining us. Tell us what you're seeing out there today, and also fill us in. What are some of the most notable things that you've been seeing over these days of protests?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. So directly behind me, we're actually sitting on the overpass of the 101 southbound. And as you can see, protesters behind, they're kind of surrounded the overpass. And what we've been witnessing in the last couple of minutes is that we're going to go ahead and bring the camera. We have been seeing protesters launch items to include water bottles and anything else they can at the police officers that are directly below them. And so this is obviously very dangerous. It is raising tension with local PD. As you can see, there are hundreds. I've been covering protests for close to 8 years now. This is one of the largest. This reminds me of George Floyd style numbers of protests. And what cameraman knew is a standoff right currently happening on the 101. And as you can see, police are in the far back there. You have protesters. You have that on-ramp that has still not been secured by police. But you can see the standoff there. And so this has been going on for about 30 minutes now. And then what I'm showing you here behind me is the federal building where the protesters have been gathered. So we're going to walk just a little bit. This is directly behind me is a police line. And right behind them is actually the DHS agents and the National Guard that were deployed through a memorandum by President Trump. And if you guys have been paying attention to what's happening online, there is a back and forth between Gavin Newsom, the governor, who has called for the president and the federal government to take away the National Guard, to basically get them out of here because they think it's going to raise tensions and escalations. And again, this is the LAPD line that is protecting those National Guardsmen in that federal building right behind them. And so that is what has been going on here since Friday. This has been the main building that has been protested through the days. And so, yeah.
Yeah, and we're seeing a confirmed report of a hammer being dropped off a bridge. Have you seen any items of that nature being launched off of the overpass aimed at the officers below?
Oh, yes. Actually, directly behind me, what was happening on Friday was that the protesters were using hammers to break down pieces of cement. And what they're doing is that they're unfortunately using it to target the police. And so I have seen protesters here. What they're doing is they are launching items at the police as the police are trying to push them off the 101. There's been a mass police presence and response as well. From my understanding, there's a LAPD tactical alert message that has been sent out, and every available LAPD officer is being asked to come out here. This is, I mean, again, I haven't seen this level of protesters in years, and I think that police and even the National Guard are outnumbered thousands to one. So we're just hoping it stays peaceful for the most part. We're hoping that it remains calm and that tensions don't continue to escalate through the night, because as soon as the sun sets, that's usually when mayhem begins.
Yeah, of course. And I know you posted online that there were some intimidation and attacks directed towards you during the protests. Can you elaborate on that? And also, in your interaction with protesters, what are they telling you about the decision to deploy the National Guard there?
The protesters here are not happy that the National Guard, they're seeing this as complete takeover of the federal government of the city. They're saying that, this is Donald Trump overstepping his authority, deploying the National Guard. As far as myself, yes, I have had some people. Yesterday, I posted a video of pellets of cement blocks that were discovered near a Home Depot when police were facing off with protesters. And the protesters, what ends up happening is a lot of them, there's a lot of anarchists and a lot of bad faith actors that come to these protests to take advantage of the situation. They vandalize, they break up bricks, they throw up police, and they kind of get the crowd going. And so there is an online network of people looking for people like myself, reporting some of the violence or some of the tactics used. And so, of course, they're not happy that that is being reported, because it kind of debunks the idea of this being a mostly peaceful or fully peaceful protest.
And of course, if they're breaking the law, they don't want their faces shown as well. Anthony Cabasa,
Absolutely.
please stay safe. Independent journalist, we really appreciate your insight and your time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.